Why is this Ford Bronco part failing, part 2? So this is a follow-up to the first video. I've had a lot of people ask, hey, I want more detail on what's failing. And I wanted to give a little bit more detail also of more than just the up travel. If you haven't watched the first video, I suggest you click on this link, watch the first video first. There's things that I covered there that you might want to watch first, and then come back to this one and we'll go into some further detail. So one of the things that will cause or has caused failure of tie rods and of rack is, again, you're in that possibly climbing position, you might be mudding, you might be in a situation where your wheels kind of bounce a little bit. Full lock, when you have your lockers on and you're spinning, and when that makes contact with the surface, when that surface, the wheels want to come in. They want to grab and come in, and that puts an immediate stress up this tie rod. Breaks that tie rod oftentimes at the same point, but not always, but it will cause a rack failure. So I'm going to recreate so you can see the actual rack failure. So again, let's say we got that angle from the lift, you're climbing, you're in full droop, wheels are spinning, jumping, bouncing, you get that inertia, that energy coming up, and bam. That piece, the casting, now this is already a broken one, because I'm not going to be able to do this by hand, but that casting breaks off, that piece falls down in your skid plate, and now the part that is pressed in, that holds that firm, comes up and it's no longer firm. Now, as you can see, your rack, now it may settle back down, your wheel may be on there, and you may be able to sit there and turn and feel like you got steering, have steering at one point, but it doesn't take much to disengage that. Or maybe it didn't pop all the way up, you might have just a little bit of engagement, but it still popped that off. So the important thing is that with the part that we've come up with, out of this engineered plastic that is more wear resistant than carbon steel, when that goes in there, that keeps the fail point from ever happening. Now it's important to note, you don't want to say, well, I've already broke, I'm going to put this piece in and fix my rack. That wouldn't be wise. Now you're relying on just one part of it. Maybe you'd never have a problem, but that's not what we recommend. This is a part to prevent the initial failure of this casting breaking, of losing that there, and then having your rack disengage.